Now let's do the second one. Now the second one is showing that it has two carbon atoms with a double bond. Okay, now two carbon atoms indicate which root word? Eth. I know now it is eth. Okay, fine. Now I have seen, I am able to see only a double bond. I am not able to see functional group. I am not able to see any of the halogens because it is not having. So now because of double bond, I will come to know that it will have the suffix as ene because this is alkene, right children? So the suffix will be ene. So what I will write, that is the root word is eth and plus ene. So it will form the compound name as ethene. So what I have done it, I have done all my homework over here to get the main, that is what naming of the compound. Right, children? Now let us go for the third one. I'm having four carbon atoms. Okay, fine. So what is the root word? But I've written. I am seeing the single bond also and a triple bond also. So that means this triple bond indicates what? That is the alkyne group. That is the alkyne group. So alkyne group says, so which is the suffix? That is yne. And what is the root word? That is but. So I am able to write as but plus yne. So it becomes butine. This is not the correct IUPAC name. But why, ma'am? Why it is not correct? Because, children, I am asking you that beta, just tell me that on which carbon atom this triple bond is attached. You will start thinking, ma'am, that too I have not done that. So what you will do? You will say, ki, ma'am, for the numbering too you never told us. So this is what, there's a twist in naming of the compound, children. How? Just have a look. Now this is the compound and you're seeing the triple bond also over here. Now for naming the compound, you need to see that on which carbon atom this triple bond is attached. So what is the basic rule? You have done it, children. You will do one thing. You will start with the basic rule which is known as numbering the carbon atom. But children, one thing you please understand, that the numbering of the carbon atom has to be done, that is from the terminals, from the end point. You cannot start, like suppose this triple bond is attached with this carbon, you will start giving the numbering as 1 over here, or you will start giving the numbering as 1 over here. No, this is wrong. So what you will do, you will start giving the numbering to the chain with the terminals, with the endpoints like this. So what I will do, I will start numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that means my motive is to give the numbering to this carbon atom where the triple bond is attached, or this carbon to the triple bond is attached, the lowest number. So what I will do, I will start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So that means this second carbon, that means on the second carbon, this triple bond is attached, right? So I will also do the numbering from this side also, just to check from both the sides which is having the lowest carbon numbering. I will take that, I will prefer that. So I have started giving the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on this second carbon atom, the triple bond is attached with this second carbon. That means if I give the numbering from this side, or if I give the numbering from this side, the number is coming 2 on carbon atom. So hardly makes a difference whether you take it this numbering or you take this numbering. It's okay. Now, what is the naming of this compound? So what you will do, you will say that, ma'am, on the second carbon, this triple bond is attached. So instead of butane, children, you will write 2-butane. Like this, you will write 2-butane. So always remember, children, that whenever you are doing the naming of the compounds, you need to also check that on which carbon atom your functional group is attached or anything is attached which is there. Clear? And then you will do the numbering. But if on the first carbon anything is attached, no need to do anything, like you can write it as butane. If this was attached with this, so you would have written butane. So no need to write 1-butane. 1-butane is also correct, or butane is also correct. Okay, children. So now let us go for the next one. That is, now we are having carbon with 1 chlorine. Okay. So my first is what? Again, children, tell me what is my first motive? To know about the root word. So if there is one carbon atom, the root word is meth. Right? Now over here, I'm seeing the halogen attached to the carbon atom, and which is only one and one carbon atom. So what I will write, and I told you in the basic rule that the halogens which are attached with it, so what you will do, you will take it as a prefix. So I have written over here prefix, and you know the root word that will come after this. So chloromethane. So this is the naming of the compound. Clear, children? Now the next one, that is again the 3 carbons. So the 3 carbon means which root word? Prop. Okay. What is attached to it? Bromo. Okay, I've written over here. And what it is? It is having a single bond. Okay, single bond means what it is? That is, this is alkane. So the suffix will be ane. Right, I have written it. Now, I am seeing that this bromine is attached with the center carbon atom. Again, I have to do the numbering to know that bromine is attached to which carbon atom. That I should know it. So, what I am doing it? So, I am doing the numbering game over here. So, then I will do the numbering. That means, but from where the numbering should be done? From the terminus, from the ends of the carbon chain. So, I will do the numbering over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Second carbon attached with, that is bromine. Okay. I will do the numbering from here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, again I'm seeing that bromine is attached to the second carbon. So hardly makes a difference from here or here. So meaning is the same. So any numbering I can take it, either this or this. So what I will write it, that on the second carbon atom, this bromine is attached. So it will be written as a naming of the compound as 2-bromopropane. So this is the compound IUPAC.